こんにちは。密着警察へようこそ。ドアを蹴破ることも自力で立つことすらできない、そんな対麻痺の男性が住居侵入と暴行の容疑で逮捕されそうになりました。これは2023年6月の虚偽通報に端を発し、2024年3月20日にジョージア州アトランタ市の警察署で起きた警察による深刻な権利侵害の記録です。初期捜査を怠り、障害を持つ市民の訴えを無視し、あろうことか床に転落させる、その無責任な権力行使の一部始終をご覧ください。
Oh, thank God.
Hi, how you doing?
彼女は訴えました。男が家に押し入り、首を絞め、車の鍵を奪おうとしたと。これが悪夢の始まりでした。
So, what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out. I guess he took off on foot.
しかし、被害女性は告訴の意思がないと証言。それでも警察は不可解にも逮捕令状を取得します。そして警官は人違いの件を解決すると偽り、リード氏を警察署へとおびき出したのです。
Good afternoon, Mr. Reed. My name is Officer Ballard. You're the one I've been emailing recently.
Yeah, all right.
Doing well. Give me a second. I'm gonna just read you something and then I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, all right?
Great.
So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney. According to Ms. Jensen, on this date, you forcefully entered her home and attacked her.
あなたは家に押し入り暴行した。警官が突きつけた容疑にリード氏は言葉を失います。誰のことなのか、何の話なのか全く理解できませんでした。そして彼は動かぬ証拠を提示します。自分は25年間体が麻痺した状態なのだと。さらに自分は結婚しており、見知らぬ女性と関係を持つ理由などどこにもないと無実を訴え続けました。
How long have you been in your wheelchair?
Since I was 18.
Since you were 18?
5 years.
So,
Yeah, that's.
and you say you have no recollection of who she is?
I have absolutely no idea who that is. Yeah. Certainly haven't forced my way into anybody's house.
Because she was able to provide us with your exact information and a description of how you look.
しかし警官は彼の言葉に耳を貸そうとしません。そして無理に手錠をかけようとしたその時、リード氏は車椅子から転落してしまったのです。
I truly have no idea who that is. Like.
I understand you say you haven't been here, but unfortunately, you do have the warrant out for your arrest. So I'm going to have to place you into custody, and I'm going to take you downstairs. You're going to be booked and entered, and you're going to have to go to jail. So, and you say you've been in this wheelchair since you were 18. If you have proof of all of this information, that can be verified. If you get those documents in order, you can bring those with you when you go to your first appearance.
Can I pee and stuff? Like
You'll be able to pee. I'm going to take you right downstairs. You're not even going anywhere.
I am. This is crazy to me. Like.
Do me a favor, put your hands out. Unfortunately, it is. Put your hands out.
I can't. Is this a joke?
Do me a favor, lift your hands up above your head, please.
I don't have muscle control.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not like.
Put it on the other side.
I
on the
literally
other side.
can't. I don't have muscle control. I'm not. Oh my god! Oh my god!
33 to radio. Can I have a signal for my location for a white male who fell out of a wheelchair?
騒ぎに気づき、もう一人の警官が駆けつけます。彼は地面に倒れたリード氏が車椅子に戻るのを手伝いました。
Can somebody please help me off the ground? I'm paralyzed. Can I get out of my wheelchair?
Yeah, let's check them out. Oh, I was waiting for the paramedics to come. They're right next door, so.
Broke into your house and you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But
Please don't
no, we're not.
I can't do anything more.
Okay, we helping. Hold on.
この警官は最初の警官とは違いました。彼はすぐにこの状況の異常さに気づき、事態の解明に動き始めたのです。
What's the warrant for?
I
Assault.
broke into somebody's house.
From the trespass assault.
How long ago?
June 19th. June 19th, 15th, 9th, one of those.
How long you
days.
been paralyzed?
25 years.
Okay. Make a phone call to me.
What did I do?
Peggy's grab this arm.
What have I done?
It's just showing that you have a warrant, but we're gonna do our due diligence because if you're paralyzed, somebody must have made a mistake.
I thought
Okay. Hold on. Who was the original agency? We are. Who's the detective? You are. Okay. Give me a second.
I get my doctor on the phone.
彼は同僚である最初の警官を脇に呼び、一体何が起きているのか説明を求めます。
I'm gonna let you know right now. He just walked the hell out of that wheelchair. I held him with the tip of my fingers, and he flopped down and fell on the floor. But basically, on what day was this? I still remember the call. On June 15th last year, I got a call about a lady from 4111 Fredericksburg Drive, and so basically, she was like, and when I got to the house, the front door was kicked in, and I think she was like hiding by the garage or something. And she comes out and she's bleeding from her arm. Her neck is bruised up and everything. She's like, my ex-boyfriend who we broke up 2 days ago just entered my home and attacked me. And then after that, I asked her, hey, you know, have y'all lived together? Yeah, we used to live together at this address. Do you have any of his information? He gave me his name, spelled it out, gave me a description, told me what he looked like, ran it through NCIC, it matched. And then I was like, is this him? She was like, yes, that's him. Gentleman right there, issued a warrant. So now he's saying, man, I ain't been here in like X amount of years.
Wife said he got shot at 19. He's been paralyzed since then. He's do some backdrop.
So I was like, man, I don't know if this is true or not, and I can't ascertain that right now.
So, might need to call the district attorney's office. Because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in. He didn't kick it in.
Well, she didn't say kicked in. She said, well, I can't recall if it was kicked in or if that's what she said. Because all I remember I wrote was that forced entry was made. So if it was kicked in, and he has indeed been paralyzed since he was 19 years old, that would be kind of hard.
I mean, because I'm looking at his legs. I got a couple of relatives that are quadriplegics. That what we see with his lower extremities ain't for play.
Okay.
That's legit. And if he was born in 82, that means he was shot in 2001. And he's been paralyzed since, 19 years. I would suggest calling the district attorney's office, let them know what you got. And even though
because now it's looking like she might have made a false report. So that's what I was looking like. I was like, I don't know, because between now and June, that's what, 9 months. I was like, I don't know if something happened between those 9 months that might have put him in a wheelchair.
Let's walk back here.
しかし、彼らが向かった先の上官はすでに状況を把握していながら全く意に介しません。ただ、机の上で昼食を取り続けているだけでした。
Don't mean to interrupt your lunch. I'm stepping in, helping out a little bit. They got a quadriplegic guy up there in
I
handcuffs.
just told him about that.
Oh, he already got the rundown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's phony wash.
Yeah, but how could he?
And I just want to put it out there. He flopped out the wheelchair. I was like, can you raise your hands? Because I'm trying to, pat him down, make sure he doesn't have anything. I don't know if the camera's going to catch it, but I got him by the tip of my fingers. And he just...
It's a ruse, man.
So...
it's an obvious attempt to not to go to jail, so...
Yeah. But he is fucked up from the waist below.
That is pretty... After actually seeing him, I agree. But then again, like I said, I don't know what happened between 9 months ago from now, and I don't know how much muscle mass you lose from not using your legs. So I don't know if,
That's for the court to decide.
Yeah. Wife said he's been paralyzed for 19 years, so...
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, just get ready to declare it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
so I don't know, y'all better get the lawyers on standby, because I know damn well he's going to make a whole issue out of this.
一人の良心的な警官が彼が犯人のはずがないと矛盾を指摘し、事態の是正を試みます。しかし、その声は無責任な上司によってかき消されます。昼食を取りながら報告を受けた警部補は、証拠に基づいた判断ではなく、策略だという偏見で全てを片付けます。これは組織ぐるみの怠慢であり、真実の隠蔽に他なりません。
I don't know, I'm a paraplegic, so it's like I can't really tell like what's happened to me.
I got you.
You know?
Right. So, if you need this information. So I just spoke to LT and Major. Unfortunately, I still have to take him because it's a felony warrant. Now, I don't know what's happening between you and this young lady, whatever you guys had. That's not.
Yeah, I understand that.
So if she made a false report, that's going to be on her, obviously. Like I said, I explained, I noticed your condition, I see it, but I have to do my due diligence. It's a warrant out, I have to go ahead and take you in. So now that's going to be up to you and the courts and your lawyers and her and
To do what? Like
to establish your innocence until proven guilty. So at this point, she says you kicked down her door. It don't look like you could kick anything, no offense, at this point in time. So that's why I told you earlier, if you have documentation that you were shot at 19, that you've been to Grady, that you...
I do. I can provide it in 10 minutes from now.
So, give me
I
one
mean, I
second.
can just call my doctor, right? I mean, like...
I need paper.
I
If it ain't on paper,
get
it
it
don't
from
happen.
them. I mean, you can call the DMV and see that I've needed mechanical aids on my license for the past 25 years.
Yep.
You can call, we can drive to Grady right now.
Give me 1 second. Let me, actually, give me 1
I
second.
can show you my handicap
Hold on,
placard that I got 15 years ago.
Give me 1 second. Let me go talk to my major real quick. I'm so sorry, last thing. He's saying that he can prove with paper documentation that he's been in a wheelchair for that long.
Okay, but you can still punch somebody in the wheelchair, right? I mean, that doesn't mean that he didn't do what he was accused of, right?
So,
I mean, he could have forced entry if he had a tool, or, I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't think just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean you
can't break a door down.
Right.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take you today, sir.
Can I talk to whoever that guy was?
It's really nothing he can do, and he's the one that's telling me because you still have an active warrant, and that warrant isn't going anywhere. I've even went so far as to reach out to the district attorney and see if there's something that I could do, but they're not answering. So unfortunately, I had to take you in.
You told me that I could provide documentation.
That's not a right here, right now matter. That's going to be a later on matter.
Can I talk to the
and
judge?
even so,
Can the judge?
and even so,
Can somebody like a judge?
I'm trying to tell you. And even so, you're in a wheelchair that doesn't.
I want to talk to like a judge or something. Could I get speak to like a magistrate or something? I want to get this resolved because somebody that can think critically.
I'm not understanding because you're saying that you had no muscle control, but yet you wheeled yourself from across the street and somehow got into.
I don't have muscle control after the thoracic 3 vertebrae. Right? So I have hand control. I have hands. I have a
You're
license.
doing exactly what I just asked you to do before when you fell on the floor.
Yeah, because I'm balanced, right? When I have 2 hands here together, I always have to hold myself.
So that's one. And two.
What do you mean that's one?
And two, you're saying you can't sit down, but you have to sit in the
I'm on a
car.
specialized cushion. Do you see this cushion that I'm on right here? It's a specialized air cushion with specialized compartments. I will get a bed sore if I sit on anything other than this.
Correct me if I'm wrong, isn't a bed sore when you sit or lay somewhere for a very extended period of time?
It is.
It's not going to be an extended period of time.
That.
I'm pretty sure the jail has things that can accommodate you and you will go with your chair. I'm not saying that I'm going to take you, your chair's going to stay here, your cushion's going to stay here, and you're just going to be asked out in the back seat of a car and then in a hospital and then whatever the case may be.
You're not explaining that to me as you're saying those statements though, right? So I'm justified in not knowing that information.
Oh, my apologies. I thought that was kind of implied that where you go, your chair would go with you.
That's not implied to me at all. I haven't been in a police department my entire life. I don't know any single thing about this life, right?
My apologies. I'm letting you know right now, your chair will go with you.
Yeah, I'd still love to speak with somebody of higher tier. I simply cannot accept that this is the remuneration for this after I've been in contact with you for a month and a half.
You've been in contact with me for a couple weeks.
Months are made of weeks, I guess,
法が自分を守ってくれるというかすかな望み。 しかしそれは無残にも打ち砕かれます。彼が話したかった裁判官には会えず、現れた上司も全く役に立たなかったのです。
That's my sergeant. He'll be able to speak with you.
Can you call dispatch and figure out what's going on with our rig?
Long story short, he has a warrant for ag assault out of here, 411 Fredericksburg Drive, and he needs to be transported. And he's saying that he has obviously a medical condition and that he can't be transported.
I'm really saying that I'd like to speak to a judge or somebody who can adjudicate some aspect of this other than simply taking me to the hospital. Like this is like this is.
You better answer the phone.
So really, I would just love some information.
Speak to a judge right now. Please, you know when you go to court.
I don't know anything about this, honestly. This is a complete total surprise to me. I literally have been in communication with this gentleman for a month trying to figure out why in the world I have a warrant. I feel like I was tricked into coming here today.
Tricked into coming.
Yeah, because he told me I could just come and sign some piece of paper because he didn't have any knowledge about what the warrant was. I have the email that I could show you.
Did you recently get put in a wheelchair or what?
25 years ago.
25 years
When I
ago.
was shot when I was 18.
Okay. All right. Have we looked up this case number?
You said I kicked in a door?
I didn't say kicked in, I said forced entry was made.
So you said in the email you said you never talked to me or you don't remember anything about me, and that I could come down to sign a piece of paper to handle it all.
その時、一人の移送担当官が現れます。彼女の計らいで後日の出頭が認められ、リード氏は弁護士を探す時間を得て、かろうじてその場を去ることができました。
He came in to settle the matter with the whole warrant. Right. So now that's why.
So you came to turn yourself in?
He came to talk to me about the warrant. So I asked him some questions.
Well, he said he had no recollection of me or anything, and that I could come in and clear it up, that I could sign a sheet of paper to clear it up. And so I just simply came in because, of course, it's mistaken identity, and so now I've been thrown on the ground.
幸いにもこの一件がニュースで報じられると令状は取り下げられました。しかしこれは一人の警官の無能と保身、そして組織の怠慢が生んだ悲劇に他なりません。
That woman may have fabricated her story. Investigative reporter Andy Parati found it led to the arrest of a man who says he is innocent.
College Park police respond to a home in June 2024.
Oh, thank God.
All right, how you doing?
After Catherine Jensen says her ex-boyfriend attacked her minutes before they arrived.
So what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out. Tried to get the keys from my hand of my truck.
So he grabbed you by your neck?
Handle him myself. I'm too small.
You say he kicked the door in?
He did.
Charles Reed is the man Catherine claimed broke into her home and assaulted her.
She said I kicked in the door.
And why is that a problem?
Because I'm in a wheelchair and have been for 25 years.
Oh, come there.
Charles cannot move his legs. He's paraplegic following an accident when he was a teenager. Andrew Fleischman is Charles' attorney.
She describes that he's of average build.
Tall, short.
Average height.
That he has brown hair, that he's in black clothing.
So all black?
I want to say yes, sir.
But not that he's in a wheelchair. Never mentions it. And that is probably the number one thing you'd mention about somebody.
Especially as they're running away.
On foot.
I guess he took off on foot.
Charles and Catherine did date, but it was more than 20 years ago. They never kept in touch. He's been married for a decade with a newborn. And the day of the alleged attack, Charles says he was at a dinner party with friends.
Did police contact you at all?
No, not at all. Not a single time.
You didn't get a phone call?
Not a phone call.
You didn't get an email?
Not an email. Not a visit.
No one questioned you about this?
Nope.
For 9 months, Charles says he had no clue officers had a warrant out for his arrest for aggravated assault until the federal government alerted him when he tried to renew his passport. So he emailed Officer McKinley Boletti and set up a time to meet at the police department last month.
Then I finally go up there literally knowing absolutely nothing about it. I essentially surrendered myself because I was that innocent.
According to the body camera video, Officer Boletti questioned whether he was actually disabled.
Unfortunately, you do have the warrant out for your arrest, so I'm gonna have to place you into custody.
Is this a joke?
Charles warned the officer putting handcuffs on would likely make him fall because of his paralysis.
I'm sitting there literally exactly like this in my chair, and so he handcuffs me, and I'm like, hey, like, just FYI, like, I can't move.
I literally can't. I don't have muscle control.
It's too late.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I mean, I could have broken my hip and died, like, very quickly.
How did they respond?
They literally sat there and just watched me writhe on the ground.
The officer still didn't believe Charles was disabled. Neither did his supervisor, who never put his eyes on Charles before saying this.
It's a ruse, man.
So-
I mean, it's an obvious attempt to not to go to jail,
So,
A fellow officer disagreed.
might need to call the district attorney's office, because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in.
Finally, Officer Boletti admits he could be wrong.
Because now it's looking like she might have made a false report.
He started to hurt me about March of this year, and
A year before Catherine claimed Charles assaulted her, the Noonan Police Department, about 30 miles away, arrested her for theft and forgery after allegedly filing a false police report claiming someone stole from her. Fleischman says officers have access to a state database identifying prior arrests, but Officer Boletti never mentions Catherine's arrest record in the incident report.
I've never seen a case where somebody was so clearly innocent and it would take so little work to establish it, and nobody was willing to do the work.
it was a tumultuous relationship.
According to this email obtained by Charles' attorney, Catherine wrote to a College Park police detective this week asking to change her statement, writing, "My mental state and physical trauma in that moment worked to confuse me. Please contact me at your convenience so I can edit the information in the report and clear the name of an innocent man."
How's this impacted you?
Well, I haven't been able to leave my house in a meaningful way in 2 or 3 months, just out of fear that I'll be picked up for an arrest warrant.
Has the police department apologized?
Not a single bit, haven't heard a word from them. In fact, we've been trying to get into communication with them repeatedly, both me and my lawyer.
Because ultimately, that's all we're asking for, just to be adults. Take responsibility when you make a mistake and try to fix it.
College Park Police did not respond to repeated requests for comment about this case. We reached out to Catherine Jensen. She also did not respond, but her mother says she now acknowledges Charles did not attack her. Catherine has not been charged in this case. Charles' attorney says the DA's office plans to drop his charges.
この茶番の後、虚偽申告をした女性は逮捕・起訴されましたが、関与した警察官への懲戒処分は未だ発表されていません。この理不尽な対応に対し、リード氏はアトランタ市と警察官らを相手取り、連邦訴訟を提起、警察組織の責任を問うため、法廷で戦うことを決意しました。この事件は、警察組織がいかに簡単に、そして無責任に市民の権利を蹂躙しうるかを示しています。初期捜査の怠慢、障害者への配慮の欠如、そして事実に耳を傾けない権威主義的な上司、リード氏が訴訟という形で声を上げた今、司法が彼らにどのような判断を下すのか、組織の責任が厳しく問われています。市民の人生を狂わせる判断を昼食の片手間に行う。このような説明責任の欠如が許されて良いはずがありません。そう思われた方はいいねをお願いします。このような警察の怠慢に対し、市民はどう対抗すべきでしょうか。皆さんのご意見コメントでお待ちしております。これからも警察やさまざまな事件の動画をお届けしていくので、チャンネル登録してお待ちください。ご視聴ありがとうございました。